I'm going to show y'all just to prove my point. Now that is the crappie that underneath this dock. Now that is a pile of crappie. I hope y'all can see that. I'm going to move it around a little bit. And that's looking at about 40 feet. And I'm going to just stay back. Look like they're under there, right up under that boat. And we'll see if we can pull one out. Now, that right there is a good crappie. That is probably a 13.5-inch crappie. Boom! That's about a 1 and 2 ounce crappie there. Boom! That is a good crappie. Hey, mealtime. You know what that's what the color's called, the LC shad. Mealtime. Y'all come on get it. That's what it said to this crappie. Boom! He slid right out there and picked that thing. Nice, nice crappie. We're gonna see if we can get an angle right against this boat. Now that joker thinks he's big. He's not that big, but boy, he's wild. I like it when they fight like that. Boom. Hey, that's a good crappie right there. That crappie probably pushed 13 ounces, 12.5 inch. And that's 2 good fish off of this dock. Boom. So from the boat lift, there's an arm in there. So what I'm having to do is pendle it and get it as close to that arm. I can't get it past the arm on like most boat stocks up there and come back. So if I can get it right to that pivot point, the lure will drop straight down into the fish. So here you go. This is what I do here. You know, I'm going to hold it right here, let the boat get in position, and actually drop it right in there. And I'll have to take the trolling motor and back away from the boat, and boom, got bit. As soon as it went down, another good crappie. Good gracious. Woo, doggy boy. Look at that. Kerr Lake slab, baby. Golly. That's another 13.5, 14-inch crappie. Boom. Hey, he's still on that mealtime. Hey, he called and said, hey, it's mealtime. I'm telling you, y'all need to get you some. If you don't have these LC shad bodies, look at that glitter in that body with that gray. Now, if that don't look like a shad coming through the water, and look, I'm looking at bait all around this dock right here that are that size. So when that thing comes floating down, I'm just pitching it over, allowing it to free fall through that strike zone. They think it's a dead shad. Falling, whoosh, one moves right up there and bites. So you don't need a live scope or whatever to come down here and fish these docks around the lake. And there's a lot of docks. Now, what I would point out is if you come down here, get on Google Maps and pick you an area that has a lot of docks, because some areas around Kerr Lake you can go miles and miles and miles of shoreline and there's no docks to fish. You may find some deeper structure, but if you don't have live scan, you don't have any type of down scan, you can fish these docks. So let's turn around here and catch us a fish. Boy, that's a nice one right there, boys. Good gracious. Look at that crappie. Boom. That is a good crappie right there. Good quality crappie. Laying back up under that shade. You see how this has a top on it? Now he's got his boat slip down in the water. I can't throw up in that slip. He did that on purpose, but anyway, that is a 11.5-inch crappie right there. Boom. Kerr Lake crappie fishing, baby. And again, I switched over to that dipstick, that green. Right there looks just like a baby shad, greenback shad. And he seemed to like that green down here with this water clarity. 16th ounce head again. Not doing too much. There's I could see there's a float in the middle. If it float one in the middle, I could throw on back there about 25 feet and come through that. Again, it's a float right in the middle, and I just can't get it back there. So you hear it thump, I just give it plenty of slack, let it fall straight down, flip the bail, and just let it swim itself out. Decent little crappie. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that crappie right there. Boom. That's a good crappie. That's a good 11-inch fish right there, boys. I noticed I caught some live bait this morning, and it was some, you know, I caught some threadfin shad and also caught some blueback herring. But just a simple change sometimes of color makes a world of difference. Now, first time I threw that color under that, boom, caught a fish. So let's ease back under there and catch another. Man, he got all around the trolling motor. Boom. Another old fat crappie right there. Another one on that dipstick color. Dipstick green. Now you notice, look at the green in this fish. I don't know if you can see it in the sun, but I see a lot of green color in that fish right there. Green color in this. Hey, that's a good quality crappie right there. So at the top of the stack of fish, it's 8 foot, and at the bottom it's about 14 foot. As a rule of thumb, most of the time the fish on the top will usually bite because they're higher in the water column. Mine's a little bit smaller. I tell you one thing that's hurting me. There's floats under that dock. What you really want to do, if you can see the fish, or you know the fish is probably in the shadow line, what you want to do, just a little dink, you know, that's an 8-inch crappie. What you like to do, if you got a stack of fish here, you'd like to throw past them so the lure has a time to sink kind of behind them. And then as you float the lure through them, and this is the school of fish, the lure comes through the fish like it's swimming through them. And usually you'll have one come up and bite. But the issue I'm having here is there's a float back there, and they're about under that float. So when the lure hits the float and sinks straight down, it's really out just to the outside of the school of them. And so I've been trying to find holes in the floats, or they're stair stacked under there, to try to get the lure back a little bit further. Got a nice one, boys. It's a pretty good one right there. You know, he hit the hair jig. Took a while to get him to bite, but that's a good crappie right there, y'all. Boom. On those docks. Catching nice crappies on Kerr Lake on the docks, baby. Woo-wee. Boom. Guys, remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button below. Subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all the comments and enjoyed reading your comments. Don't forget, hit that like button, click the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Wildlife Adventures. And as always, you remember, it's a wildlife, and I'll see you on the water.